Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's edition of the London 8 Handicap race from TBR. Right here on Zwift, this is the London 8 course featuring Box Hill one time, a loop of about 20 kilometres as we see the riders roll out here. The group bunching up really well this ride. Spudmaster Davies experimenting with some heavier handicaps, which may leave some riders disgruntled, but it does seem to be making for a better bunch. Things seeming to string out early, pressure on at the front as it always is. A couple of riders looking to go with some weight dopers. It looks like Petchak's got away with them, as well as Peter Kipp and Visser for Canada. But behind them, riders strung out, this group containing Rowney, McBrien, Rowbottom, Etna, Anderson, Stokes. As we come round the top after the Northumberland climb, pressure's being put on again. Just stringing out now, McBrien stuck in no man's land, but the group's starting to come back together, and if they can work together they might have a chance of catching the wheel suckers up front. This is Mead from Australia just coming back to what we'll call the main chase group. Visser 30 seconds up the road with Petchak and Kipp still in this group. This is the first group on the road. Davies not eligible today, but Petchak, Peter Kipp and Visser doing the best to stick with these weight dopers up the front. It's a good tactic as long as you don't blow up in the back end of the race. We'll see how that pans out. Riding with Petchak now, and this is Peter Kipp not being able to maintain that first lead group. So next chase group on the road is Rowney, McBrien, Stokes and the Wiz. The Wiz riding for Germany, first time we've seen him in TBR. We see there Scott Riddell popping up, TBR rider but not eligible. He didn't make the start pen, or perhaps a dropout, I'm not sure, but lending a hand to these chasing riders nevertheless, with Etna, Rimmer, Hunt and Anderson a couple of seconds back looking to join this group, which they've done now. So this group swelling in numbers if you like, and Rimmer goes to the front for Great Britain, first time rider in the big ring handicap. So this group numbering 8 riders now and approximately 34 seconds behind Petchak, and perhaps another 14 seconds on to ride leader Visser at this stage as we make the turn. So as the rain tumbles down, this main chasing group not really making any inroads into Petchak or Visser's lead. As we turn the bridge, this is Visser leading. He's got 20 seconds over this man, Warwick Petchak, who's a further 25 or so seconds ahead of this group containing Hunt, Etna, McBrien, Stokes, Rowney, Anderson, the Wiz, Rimmer, then back to Zabinagi out of Hungary, and Mead from Australia. I think his heart was broken early as we see the group progressing to the business end, and this is really where the racing is done. Box Hill climb, just starting to tackle the foothills of that now. Credit the chase group there, they've brought Visser back to probably only 20 seconds lead, so this is Visser taking off the long climb ahead of him. Back to Ben. Rowney's actually caught and is heading Petchak. Petchak might be paying the price. Then it was Hunt, the Wiz, Stokes, Anderson, Etna the pole. This is McBrien with Chris Rimmer from Great Britain just on his wheel. And that is now in fact Rimmer passing McBrien and setting sail. Sights set on the leaders. We'll see if he can make up the 20 or so seconds to Rob Visser. This is him now, looking good. Low cadence, 280 watts. Only a 6-second lead to Rowney. Rowney really asking him the question. So as we start at the head of the field, Visser, 16 seconds now to Rowney. Rowney just dropping off the pace slightly. He's a strange rider, Ben Rowney. He seemingly can put a decent box hill climb together, but not much else on Zwift. That was him riding with Riddell. Then we saw the Whiz, Rimmer making his way through the field, Hunt, Petchak, I think his day's done, Etna, McBrien, Stokes. This is Anderson, Zabinagi on the Tron bike. So an accomplished rider. Mainink, Mead, we've seen fading, Pethig out of Great Britain, and Bioficio, the Spaniard. Look at this now, we've got a little group of riders together, Rimmer, Rowney, The Whiz, and Scott Riddell. Not eligible, but he's riding with them. This is why we love the big ring handicap events. These groups, they come together and provide competition and motivation. This is Visser, 17 seconds ahead of that group. You can just see the Davies shaft up ahead. Rimmer just going ahead now with The Whiz. Rowney, I think this could be the moment. Rowney's heart is breaking and his legs can give up. Rimmer rides away with it. He's on the TT bike, controversially. Riddell's with him, but this is Visser on the plateau now, so he's been able to maintain his lead over the top. To these riders, Rimmer, The Whiz. It's a little bit back to Rowney. We'll see if he can keep it all together for the descent. Hunt has gone ahead of Petchak. Petchak paying the price. I think keeping those wheels early was a little bit too much to ask. Etna, Zabinagi on the Tron, and McBrien and Stokes. Anderson, Mainink, and Bioficio after that. So the lead riders now off the mountain and heading for home. Visser maintaining under 10 seconds to Rimmer, and The Whiz. Chris Rimmer has put a great ride together here. He's come from a long way back. We're seeing Visser exiting the tube station with Riddell in attendance. Those Envays look like they're about to collapse under the monstrous weight that he's carrying. Rimmer only 5 seconds behind Visser now. It would be hard to imagine that Rimmer could catch Visser, the Canadian, but we will see. The Whiz out of Germany. We're not sure of the Whiz's real name. This is Visser now surfing Riddell's wheel. Visser heading for home on the back of Scott Riddell's wheel. Rimmer is closing the gap though. I said it would be near impossible, and I'm eating my words. This is Chris Rimmer now. He takes the lead in this race. Riddell out of the saddle. He's not eligible. But it is Chris Rimmer from Prestwick, Great Britain, and he's going out for home. I can't believe this. Rimmer, I think it's his debut effort. The Spudmaster will be onto him, and I'd expect to see him heavily laden next start, but he's going to beat Rob Visser. Look at that. Heartbreak for Visser. In the shadow of the finishing arch, Chris Rimmer, great ride. Rob Visser, second place. What a shame. And The Whiz crosses the line in third. Back now to Rowney and Petchak, two riders who looked promising early, but have faded somewhat. This is for fourth, and Rowney accelerates. He's got enough left in the tank to move away and ahead of Petchak, so Rowney will be fourth, Warwick Petchak fifth. Hunt after that with Etna, Zabinagi, and this is Stokes, who had honourably waited for McBrien. And McBrien does the TBR thing, and after being waited for, accelerates away. He'll pip Stokes ahead of Anderson, Mainink, and Bioficio are the riders we have after that. So recapping, from ninth there is our first official place. Rimmer, Visser, The Whiz, Rowney, Petchak, Hunt, Etna, Zabinagi, McBrien, and Stokes are your top 10 for this event. If you like these races, share, tell your friends, put them on your social media, and we'll see you next time.